Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today I'm playing Entropia Universe. We're at Arkadia, you guys know that already. We're at Arkadia Underground today, and we're going to be doing another big mining run. I know I promised it in my last video. We got one global. Let's see if we can't get two and maybe a half. We're going to be doing this mining run with the TerraMaster 4, as I used before. We're going to be having an amplifier on that TerraMaster. It should be maxed out. Yep. It's a level 8 amplifier. It's got 160 PEDs in it. We've got some universal ammo, but I know just how much we're going to be running through because I know how much ammo or how many probes it takes to run through that amplifier. I'm doing about 8 PEDs, 958 per drop, 9.58 PEDs per drop, which is about $1 per drop. That also means that as far as my spend goes, for this whole run to run through the whole amplifier, I'm going to be spending about 25 PEDs in probes, which means, again, we're going to be looking at a run that costs about 185 to 190 PEDs. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for either one big HOF, 2 or 3 globals, or something similar scale-wise. As I've said in many other videos, Arkadia Underground is a very high risk, so let's just jump right into it and see how this goes. We're going to be heading over to a different dome today. I'm going to be heading over here. I've heard from 1 or 2 people that this has some decent loot. This was a while ago, though, that they said that, so this might not even hold true anymore. Let's head over and see. We're going to be doing ore and end matter, not treasure, so let's head through these doors and see what happens. This is always like my favorite place to amp up. The reason I like to amp up, why I like to put amps on finders, is because it's like when you go to a casino, right? Like you have the slot machine, it has 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, $1, whatever, right? Like if you hit that $5, let's say you say, all right, we're gonna go $5, right? We're betting $5 every spin. Everything's amplified, right? Like you hit jackpot, or not jackpot, but you hit like a maxed out number at $5. That means you're getting $5. It adds a multiplier to it, right? So it's like 5 times 200, 300%. 1 penny times 200, 300% isn't that much, right? Even if you get 1,000, right? Like let's say you hit the jackpot on the slot machine, and it's let's think, some 100,000% maximized, right? Like huge numbers. If you're doing it with a penny, you're gonna make like what, $1,000? That's good, but that's not amazing. If you're doing it with $5, that's life-changing money. You got $500,000 now. The same thing. This is how it works in Entropia Universe, and a lot of people are gonna hate me saying this because I'm relating it to gambling, and that doesn't help when everybody's like, it's not gambling, but that's how it works in Entropia Universe. When I put this amplifier on, what that means is that when I hit my find, it's going to be that much bigger. And the find's already amplified because I'm here in Arkadia Underground. So when I'm amplifying the finds because I'm at Arkadia Underground, and then I'm amplifying them because I've got an amp, that means that there's a huge potential for me to hit some big stuff. And that's always exciting. It's so cool when you hit a big find and you just see those like swirls. You look down, you see the value of it, and you're like, oh my god. And it's been so long since I've gotten a HOF, so I'm like, all right, let's try and chase this. Let's spend a little bit of money chasing this. It might be a mistake, but we'll find out, right? Like if I get something big, of course I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, all skill, all luck, all the time. And if I fail, it's, I knew the risks. Plus, it makes for a good video. It's a lot more exciting, I feel like, for people to watch this than it is for them to watch me doing something little, right? Like these robots are pretty fair. Like I should come down here and do these robots because I know someone asked me to do like a robot hunt, and these sort of count, right? Like defense bots. I think that counts as a robot. It's a good excuse to use my vigilante armor. So I'll probably come down here to do some of that, but yeah, I feel like it's sort of cool when I do this. It's a big amount of money that you guys get to see spent, and you can live vicariously through me. And if I lose, you're just like, oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. And if I win, then hopefully you're like, oh yeah, he earned it. So let's see how this goes. So far, no luck. I'm a little I always get like a little iffy about this when I'm like, all right, we've spent a few PEDs and we haven't had any luck yet, because I'm so used to doing these like 50, 25 PD runs. There's a lot more intensity here. I feel it. I'm like, oh my god, like I see these skill gains and when you see these big skill gains and you're like a higher level miner, you know that means you're spending like serious dollars. Those people who are like jumping up skill levels so fast, a lot of the reason they're doing it is because they are spending a lot, right? So when I see those big skill gains, I always get nervous because that means we're going big. But you got to go big sometimes, right? It's fun. Look at that guy. He just hit Ironstone on FOMA, 374 PEDs. Arkadia, you need to respond to him right now, right this instant. Right under this, you want my name. Oh, just called it just like that, folks. That was perfect. As I'm saying it, right under this, you want my name. Look at that. Look at that. They responded. Arkadia Universe, or Arkadia, responding with a global. Not quite the Hall of Fame size that we were looking for, but I will take it. That's a nice start. Oh, my Lord. That's some loud shooting that he's doing there. And he keeps missing me, so we're good. This is, oh, my Lord. He's like, these are loud shots. I can't. I'm having trouble actually talking over it. I know like you guys can't hear it because I play with the volume in post, but this is like this guy is just blowing out the sound right now. Like the shots like seriously has some heat to it. As you can tell, he's not the best. What is going on back here? Really? So, how many times is he going to miss? Is he really just going to... Alright, there we go. He got a hit on me. 27 damage. That's respectable. 44. Actually, let's just turn around and solve this. I'm going to heal up here. Hopefully he's going to keep missing. He got a lot of misses there in a row. So I was getting a little cocky, and now I'm like, alright. He did some damage to me. It's time to heal up and take him out because he can't get away with this. I need to mine this claim actually. This is one of the things. I'm not one of those miners who likes to kill robots when I'm out here doing this, but at the same time, he's if I don't take this guy out, it's just gonna be annoying because I'm gonna die and I'm gonna have to come right back here. And he misses enough that it's not too hard to do. All right, let's get this claim. Oh, come on now. I'm not out here to kill these robots, but they keep shooting me. I mean, they're not hitting hard, and they're missing quite a bit, which is a little ridiculous in my opinion, but still got to kill them. All right. Now that they've been dealt with, back to the mining run. So let's start. Let's keep pulling up this stuff. This is going to take a while, I think. Yeah, we've got some time here. So that was nice. I sort of called it. I mean, I've called it a million times. I'm always like, come on, you got to give it to me. But I like the fact that they, like, right there, right as I'm like, they've got to respond, they just give me that global. Not quite the response we were looking for, Arkadia, though. Next time FOMA Hoffs and I'm mining, ATH. Shut them up, you know? I wish that was how it works. But yeah, that's a good start. We've got about half of the money spent. We've gotten back already. Hopefully we can recoup some of the losses from that last big run that we did. Also, Force Nexus, that's not a bad one to find because I think, okay, there's not a decent markup to that. So with amplifiers, generally you want to beat the markup with what you're finding. So that last run where I found that 101% thing, not good. This run where I found this 102% Force Nexus, also not good. The amplifier markup's only, I think I paid 105% or something like that. Like, I got an okay deal on it. So, it's not too bad. If I had, like, specific areas, if I was a bigger miner, what I'd want to be doing is basically finding the areas where I can consistently get high markup ores and end matter and going there. Because right now I've got a deeper finder. I've got a big amplifier. It's sort of the perfect time to do it. Let's see if that deeper finder actually paid off, because I'm sort of curious about that. What depth are we looking at here? 457 meters. So it actually might be hurting me because this is sort of the bottom end of my finder. Whereas with that F105, that would have been like right in the range. So sometimes it actually makes sense to lower the finder that you're using. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but what I found is it's almost like a range, right? Like whatever range you're at, that's sort of the finder range, right? Like if the finder depth's like 400 meters, it might find something at 390% rate. It might find someone at 590% rate, but at 400, that's 100% find rate, let's say. And then when you get down to like 200 and 600 meters, maybe now you're down to like 50% find rates. So sometimes the key to mining, sometimes it's not always using the best gear. It's actually using the right gear for the area. So if you have an area where you're consistently finding 400 meter sort of finds, that's what you want to stick with. You don't want to be going deeper and deeper and deeper as you skill up. You want to be going deeper and deeper and deeper as the area sort of calls for it. Usually these higher level places like Arkadia Underground, Foma, Arkadia Moon probably, and Hell on Rocktropia, those usually, if you want to go a little bit deeper, that's what I found, because that's where the high markup stuff is. Especially when you're amping up, you want to go deeper because you're going to find more high markup ore and end matter there. But as a general rule of thumb, you can actually do quite good just going at a lower range. So a lot of the people out there who are saying like newbies can't profit mining, it's not quite true, right? It's not wrong, because newbies are less likely to be able to have that finder range, and I haven't found any areas that are good for newbies specifically. Like a lot of areas are okay for a new player to mine, but they're not amazing, right? You want to be a mid-level miner before you can really go there and consistently get returns. Whereas there's areas where I know a mid-level player should go, but a high-level miner shouldn't. And a lot of high-level miners, they do know these areas. They have their own special areas. They're just not going to share it with you guys. I've been out of that game for a while now, so I don't really have anything to share. I can tell you a few of my old areas, like by the oil rig. That used to be a really decent one for sort of the mid-range to decently upper range finders. But I don't think that's true anymore. I've tried running it a few times, and I just haven't seen it like it used to be. So, keep that in mind, okay? Like, I'm giving you guys an area on Calypso that was decent for me, but I'm not finding that anymore, so the area is dead now. And that's one of the things. Entropia Universe does tend to change what drops where, and that just totally destroys a lot of the miners, because these guys will be... They put hours and days of like research into this and just poring over everything and figuring out the best area where they can get the right edge. And then every now and then Entropia changes it, and people just have to throw away everything, scrap the notebooks and start from scratch. And that's when you get a lot of people actually leaving the game. But they've got to do that because that's what keeps it profitable for some and not for everybody, right? Like a miner like me, I just do it for fun. I like amping up. I like doing this. It's cool. It's fun. Whatever, right? But someone that's a little bit better, it's like, man, they put so much time, so much money into this, and they're not getting it. It's just killing them, right? So, it is what it is. Anyways, let's see where we're at with this. I know we've got 77 PEDs to go, but okay, we're close. Yeah, we're close. Yeah, that's one of the things when you find something like Force Nexus, which is such a low like cost per one. It just means you're going to be sitting there mining it up all day long. It can be a long one. It really can be, but oh well. It's better to do that than to get nothing, right? All right. We're almost done, right? Almost done. There we go. All right, we're done. Let's head back out. And that's not what I wanted to do. I do not want to equip a gun. I want to equip my finder. And let's drop right again. Let's do that double drop that everybody says I shouldn't do. A 9 PED double drop. It's a little risky, but I'm going for it. Hopefully these bots aren't going to target me now because I shot one of them. That would sort of be cool if they did it, but I don't think they are. Like, yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. So let's go through. Drop again. Where are we at with this finder, anyways? Because I know we're all right. 96 PDs. We've got a bit left on this. That's good. That's good. I don't know. I like stop talking because I get tense. I'm sorry about that, folks. This is not good content. I know that. It's horrible content. I should be talking the whole time, but I get tense with this. I'm like, Serial Overdrive, you're spending so many PEDs here. You need to find something cool. And I'm not. I'm like, oh, come on. I can do it. Oh, also, if you guys are interested, Raccoon Brand right here, just saw him logging out. Really good one to follow on YouTube. And I think he does Twitch more often than not. So if you guys are interested in that whole Twitch thing, go over there on Twitch, follow him, and then bug him about playing Entropia Universe. And don't tell him I sent you. If you're bugging him, do not tell him I sent you to bug him. Just don't. Whatever you do not tell him. That guarantees that someone's going to tell him, but that's cool. I don't think he cares. You know, viewers are viewers, and it's always good, and I'm sure like he'd love to have the support. But yeah, he does do some Entropia Universe stuff too. I'm not just sending you to some random dude to tell him do Entropia Universe. His account was literally just logged in, so it's all good. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. I've never discussed this with him, but hopefully. Anyways, let's keep going. Where are we at here with this? Let's check it out. Oh, come on, again? I hate these things. They're supposed to be so... I was hoping they were going to be lower aggro, but they're just not. A little weird how they shoot in a circle. I wonder if that would hit anyone, like, if they're behind them and just destroy them. Alright, and they're not even giving me good loot. Like, come on, if you're gonna attack me on my mining run when I'm not bugging you, you should at least have the common decency to global. That's all I ask. I don't think it's too much to ask. I don't know what reclaiming is. I guess that's for maybe like getting stuff from bots. No, I don't know. Maybe reclaiming is like a specific skill to Arkadia. It's interesting because Arkadia Universe actually has some like different skills, like treasure hunting right here. That's something you can only do in Arkadia, and that's one of the reasons that you're never going to see me doing it. It's just not something that I have the skills for, and when I'm using a higher level miner, it just doesn't make sense. I talked about this last video, so I'm not going to repeat myself, at least not that often. You guys don't have to worry. Let's head over to a different place here, see if we can't find something better. Because we did get that one global, but I don't think this area is hot. Usually a hot area, we're gonna see something better, right? Like if I'm in a hot area, I feel like I'm gonna find like 2 or 3 claims for the amount of drops I've done. They might not all be globals, but it's gonna be 2 or 3 claims. Whereas here we got one global, 77 PEDs. That was pretty good, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm hesitant to mine here too because again, this stuff, it's not gonna drop a claim in here. The only advantage you might have here is there's not as many people mining. So if mining is one of those things that rewards you for the location and like claims can build up, it might be a good idea to drop here. So we're just going to drop there and see what happens. I don't think claims build up, so you're not going to see me mining too much in these tunnels. It's just, I was talking about it, I'm like, let's give it a shot, and we found nothing. So that's sort of, well, I mean, that doesn't fit with anything because we've had a lot of domes that aren't giving us much. So like it's not one of those things that I can drop once and say, oh yeah, for sure it's not working here. It's just the way I tend to think about it is if the area doesn't have too much space for like a claim to form, it's probably not the best space to drop in. And my idea of how mining works, at least, is that every area is sort of populated with claims, and when you drop your probe, you've got a % chance of finding that claim. If you find the claim, you get it. If you don't, you don't. If you've got an amplifier on, the claim can get bigger or larger. Well, yeah, bigger or larger. Those are two of the words that mean the same thing. The claim will get bigger or larger based on, the claim and all that. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm gonna drop one more time. This is a long tunnel, and I'm getting bored. I just spent $2 because I'm getting bored in a tunnel. Yeah, I spent $2 because I'm getting bored in a tunnel. That just sounds ridiculous. That's the problem. Once you get to those high levels, I always like to convert everything to USD when I get to a higher level because then it just makes me realize like the ridiculousness of it all. Like to tell people like, yeah, logged on, played my favorite game for a couple hours last night, spent $50. No one is gonna know. If I say that to someone, like if I go to work and I'm like, hey, yeah, I was playing my game, Fortnite, spent $50 on skins tonight, probably gonna drop another 20 tonight. People would be like, dude, how many accounts do you have? Like, that's crazy. There are people doing it. Ninja, for instance, but you know he gets enough money that he can afford those skins. But yeah, like that's the one thing with Entropia. Like you can't go big too often. That's the other thing with amplifying. I always want to. Like, I'm jumping back to that. With amplifying, you always want to sort of keep track of how much you're spending. Because it's real easy for you to just sort of forget about the costs and let it run away, like let it sort of get ahead of you, and that's not the scenario you want to put yourself in. Just my recommendation. All right, where are we? This is all right. Well, we've got a exit here. It looks like, so I'm gonna head through that and drop a probe here because we've got a lot of flat ground around us. So maybe we're gonna find something. Also, we're a little bit farther from a teleporter at this point, so maybe there's no. All right, nothing. I'm interested where this goes because it doesn't look like there's much here on my map, but at the same time, it's a bit of a cavern. This might be a cool place to mine. I always try to mine places that like look decent, but probably won't get too many people going through because I do believe that it takes a little bit of time for an area to restock. So like if someone just mined the area you're in, probably not the best area to mine in. That's one of the things too when people tell me like, oh yeah, let's do a mining run together. I just don't feel like that's gonna work. Even if we're going at different depths, we're sort of covering each other's bases, which can be bad. I feel like. All right, we got some cool water in here. This is sort of a cool little cavern. Got one tree growing. We got a nice little river running alongside of it. I like this. I can mine here. I can do a few drops and see what we get. Probably that's all we're gonna do because I'm running low on this finder. Even though we started off good, we're down to 2 drops and we've only gotten 77 PEDs. So looking like the underground might not have been the best place for me to burn through my 2 amplifiers. At least I made some money back, but yeah, it's a little rough. Getting some good skills though, at least. That's one positive about it, right? Like anytime you're getting skills, that's good. That was a very fast no resources found. Did it? Yeah, it dropped. All right. One more drop. Let's see if we can do this. That's it. Just stand here. Come on. No. All right. So that was a failed run, honestly. If we're being honest, that was a failure. I know a lot of you guys probably don't want to hear this, but like, yeah, we detached the attachment, zeroed out. As far as loot goes, 77 PDs. We got 1 global, which was cool to do. It was very exciting, but yeah, 22 minutes, 1 global, 77 PEDs, and we took a loss of about probably 83. No, we probably took about 100 PED loss, 100 and something PEDs. So that was a little bit of a tough run, but that's how it goes. I knew the risks when I bought those amplifiers, and I wanted to take those risks anyways. So as long as you know the risk, you know what you're doing, it's all good. And I'm sort of glad that I can show you guys this because a lot of the time people think if they see a global, if they see a HOF, it's going to mean that money's coming in and people are doing good, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. In my case, that global, those 2, both runs, right? 2 globals, that was all I got. Didn't make money off of them, wasn't a good run, but I still got those globals. So sometimes chasing globals is not the answer. But it does lead to a nice screen cap that you can use for clickbait if you're doing YouTube videos. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys are not too disappointed in the clickbait, but I've got to put every run out there when I'm losing or profiting. If I decide to record it, I'm going to put it out there because I do not want to create this false sense, right? It's okay to do if you're a gamer and you just want to make your skills look better, but when you're playing a game like this where real money's involved, you don't want to give people the idea that you know something that they don't, that I'm making money every time I go out on a run, and try my best not to do that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace.